Love and Light Collective back at it with another live stream. Much love and light, you guys. Hopefully, I've got the settings such that we're a go. Bear with me, you guys. I usually don't take the time to do this, but I just want to be sure that we're like actually good. Um, you guys might notice that it looks a little different in the frame this time. Um, we're trying new stuff because every little bit helps, right, guys? All right. So, anyways, I meant to come on high key over the weekend, right? But just had to rest. There's no there was no other way around it. So, I do feel awesome AF, I tell you that much, today. But I also do know that just the same meant to come on. So here we are. Not gonna lie, you guys, in case I seem off, this is just me. This is what you get if I'm operating a little bit more on the darker side of things, right? Don't worry, I don't hate anyone. It's still love and light, okay? Um, just calling it like it is, right? In case anyone wondered. And it's not you, all right? Um, it's just we've all got our work to do. We've all got our things to face and choices to make and et cetera, right? And I know that I'm speaking to my collective for sure. I know you guys, and I don't really want to necessarily celebrate this part, do I? I mean, I guess in sum and total, yes. But I know that I'm not alone in this, okay? I can see it in your cards. It's kind of why I had to come on. And I don't mind, all right, to be clear. I'm very much with you guys. That's why I don't have a soapbox or a microphone at this. All right, if you're in the trenches, guess where we all are, right? Basically. But the whole time we're winning. And that's really the friendly reminder that I come on to offer you because quite frankly, even though these are the angelic realm messages and we've got specific angels, at least three of them, if I recall correctly, because I've gone ahead and pulled most of the cards, right? Even though we're calling it that, we also know, just like any other tarot reading or any other session we do on here, it's confirmation of what you truthfully do know. Um, so there's that. Now, I did things a little bit differently this time around. So I've gone ahead and I pulled the chart placements and the initials, all right? But this is specifically for whomever out of the collective, excuse me, how connected you are to the collective, right? It's trying to come out as connected. So you're connected. All right, maybe somebody needed that confirmation. Speaking of that word again, right? Long story short, before we get to the specifics, any of the archetypes, there's this great reminder to get into gratitude, not in the sense of, anyone from your spiritual guidance team, angelic realm or not, trying to even have the audacity to say that you haven't been demure enough at all of this to be grateful. Not that at all. It's just once you know with the fullness and with the quickness, I'm hearing to say, what all you're being asked to really just do your part to call in, to align to, etc., however you need to say it, right? Which gratitude is one of those keys, okay? So I know me personally, like sometimes I'll hear like, a reader say something and it's like, I have been, I am, it's not that, you guys. It's just like again, friendly reminder. Just, you are not being delusional when you find yourself in those bouts of gratitude. You're allowed to be grateful, even though you can't necessarily see or hear what that you're grateful for. That's how this works, okay? Now, not everyone around you is going to get that and be able to be all like kumbaya about it with you. And that's why, again, you've got this friendly reminder. But go on ahead and just thank yourselves, really, collective, for being even able to practice such a thing as gratitude. For some, it's not really that easy, I've noticed. So there's that. Other quick message, and this may be high key connected to Metatron. The reason why I say that, I pulled this card like at the beginning of what I do before I can even come on here, right? And this piece of painite that I was guided to, and of course that's said to be, connecting back to even the tears of Metatron. All right, interesting that they are the same shade or hue of this red or magenta color. And I thought, oh, that makes sense because Metatron, um, you know, Metatron's energy definitely can connect to cellular repair, all right, DNA repair, etc. And long story short, you guys, continue with the self love, all right? What you've come through or going through or climbing out of, even just connecting back to that last eclipse portal, is a lot. Gaia alone, I don't even know that I have words in our vocabulary to even make sense of the intensity of the depths of, I don't want to say despair, right? But stretching rebirth. Okay. And you know, you don't get rebirth without death of some sort, right? Please send the earth love. Okay. If you're gonna take from her and you're gonna be connected to her anyways, right? Give back. Okay. Just the way that you would in your communities of prayer, right? You see somebody broke down on the side of the road or the side of the bus, and it's like, you're not going to have the tendency normally, right? I'd love to think, not my collective, to just laugh first, right? If at all, okay? Because somebody's already going through something. And many of you, on the other side of that gratitude and perhaps the self love, do realize that, you are well cared for. You are blessed, right? No, that doesn't equate to you have everything always and in all ways, and you know it too. No. And so sometimes the clarity of that in and of itself allows for you to become and maintain grateful, living that out as part and parcel of the self-care, self-love lifestyle, which we often talk that is the case on this channel. Okay. And speaking of that, watch what you're putting in your bodies right now, you guys. You should be, many of you, I intuitively know this, right? But I also went through your cards just in the past session as well as this one. And there are specific specific synchronicities connecting to your being called to detox of some form, measure, or way. Okay. Now I'm not gonna produce an itemized list with names, all right? Because again, the whole significance of this is you already know. Okay. So now we do have, and I have to speak in code for this particular one because, public platform and ish. All right. But you know how, usually with fries might come a burger of sorts, whether it's a veggie one, should at least be that, right? Just saying. But, anyways. All right. And then, like, you know how, like, if you go in somewhere, you can go back out. All right. Well, that is a particular type of franchise specifically mentioned on this card. All right. But the long and the short of this card, which talks about that kind of menu, speaking in code, you guys, I hope I'm making at least enough sense for you all to get this. Okay. That kind of menu is not good. Right. So, like, stop pretending and figure it out other ways, right? And I know a lot of people say, like, well, in order to eat certain ways, it's so much more money. And it's like, not really, when the way that you've been eating, you're paying at least what's considered a convenience fee. All right. A convenience fee, in the sense of, maybe like a grocery store might be, hey, you didn't have to actually go out in the woods, get the zoning, the permits, and all that jazz, get the tools and the weaponry, perhaps, right? You didn't have to take the time to make that perfect shot, blah, blah, blah. Convenience fee, right? So there are more than one kind of convenience fee. Often, the convenience fee is more notably known to be attached to what is considered out food, right? Food that you just literally go out to get and it's already prepared, etc., right? So that could be beyond the realms of fries and all that jazz, okay, to be clear. Now is the time to really know what you're putting in your body and why and when. Because if your body has been screaming to you, that is part of the reason. Now, it's not the sole reason. This is not a doom and gloom message. I'm not a doctor. I'm also not here to spread, fear, because I don't rock with that spirit. Okay. Just saying. I do see that there is some significance to some people having some concern of health. I don't want to say health issues. Okay. Again, I'm not a doctor. If you know that you got to go to the doctor, then you know that. I'm here to confirm what you already know, anyhow. So that checks out. Makes sense? Okay. Now, along with that detox, holistic measures, right, should be checked into, should be coupled with perhaps Western medicine and all of that. All right. But again, use your intuition. And even with utilizing your intuition, I mean, how do I want to say this? It's like you've got to use your discernment. Okay. You've got to check the spirit, check with Holy Spirit, perhaps, right? Okay. However, I need to say this for you to get what I'm saying. You can no longer just take somebody's word for their bond, right? It's not necessarily a thing. This particular dispensation, you guys know, new earth, we're not hopping rocks. We're here, we're creating it, co-creating it. So of course, there's really no way for you to be all alone at this, unless and until you believe that and make it true for you, to the point where you live out that experience. Again, the channel was not created for you to be under that kind of mindset, timeline, or experience. So please choose the higher vibes one, which is you are never alone, even though you should perhaps every now and again feel lonely. That's a little bit of a different scenario, and we can work through that too together, because again, you are not alone. Okay. Not always and in all ways. And many of you, you need to really honor and be grateful for that alone time right now, because funnily enough, it's been ruminating in my spirit for the past, I don't know, maybe like 4 weeks now, where it's like, it's almost like if you should feel lonely, you almost want to giggle, because somewhere, somehow, in another timeline, maybe even another dimension, who cares at this point, right? That you're not really all alone, and that you do have the love that you are deserving of, and that you are, right? And that it's coming. I just get between now and the holiday season, there could be a major shift, specifically regarding finances as well as love. And funnily enough, me not knowing what all we could be talking about today, we're talking about just that through the angels' messages that came out. And I do have specifically Archangel Samuel coming out, assisting you with some of you, not all, okay, depending on who all resonates with this, and you would know, okay, um, assisting you with the soulmate connectionship. Me personally, I'd like to say, because I saw the cards and it's a little messy, off the cuff. It's not giving like, oh my gosh, that literally is the prince and that is the princess, and they literally go together and everything's good there. It wasn't given that, not gonna lie to you, okay. But even the romance angels backed you up, and we'll get to it. This could lead to marriage, you guys, many of you resonating with this. Now let's get to the message in more specificity, of course, but that's confirmation for someone, just saying, okay? And we do have more to talk about. I want to get through the archetypes before I ring the bell. I have not forgotten. Just want the session to be a little bit more cleaner. And not going to lie, forgive me if I don't hit the bell for a minute. I really just don't want to half-ass this session. And this free reading, you guys, is for you all as well. Take the parts of it that are for you, okay? They're not to be dismissed just because you're waiting around for the free yes, no. You see what I mean? All right, so whoever I'm speaking to from the collective, we're talking about you, all right? It's all about you, as it should be, okay? So we've got Cancer, Aries, Libra, Scorpio, and Gemini for the chart placements, okay? Who may be resonating with this session in the general and generic sense, but also specifically regarding the soulmate situationship, okay? For the initials, again, for the collective members here, right? But it could be first, middle, and or last name, all right? Could be none, and it still could be just the same your message, all right? I'm not here to hit all the nails on all the heads at once, because my goodness, all right? It's a lot to kind of do this stuff, and like I already told you guys, but maybe not everyone heard, all right? Your girl is operating in the best energy possible to come on here, and I know damn well I had to come on here, so please be kind, all right? But we've got J, we've got E, and N coming out. Now, this could be somebody's name, Jen, Jennifer, doesn't have to be the case. We've got S, we've got P, I, and T. So maybe there's some significance about spitting, spit, the way someone spits or someone got spat upon, perhaps. This also could be someone who receives tips at work, okay? Or had received a tip from, you know, this person or vice versa. You gave a tip to this person, the soulmate, all right? Those resonating with that. We also had L and A come out. So somebody's name could be Al. Al could be from LA. LA could also be connecting to Louisiana. I'm now hearing to say, did not get that earlier. We've got F coming out as well. So that includes Florida, just saying. We've got T and we've got I. Somebody's name could be Tiffany. We've got P and S. All right. Somebody could somebody could write like that, whether even in digital form, like PS, like instead of like, and another thing, it's like PS, or it could be like PS, I love you, right? That's cute. We've got N and we've got E. So maybe there's some significance with something to do with a pen or the state of Pennsylvania. All right. I think we went over those. That's what happened, because I know that J we talked about. Sorry, collective. All right, so that's what we got for the names, or excuse me, for the initials and the chart placements. There could be high key some significance to you feeling connected to Atlantis, collective. All right. Right now, from that last eclipse portal, which was not even the first of the year, all right, to be clear, and only a mere weeks apart from each other, if I do say so myself. Like, wow. Okay. But it's like I say wow, and like I kind of high key want to complain, but then I'm like, the Schumann resonance alone, I'm like, I dare not. Like, my goodness. Like, love and light Gaia. Death is necessary for the rebirth, though. Can't really get around that. Don't you love it? Third eye awakening. I feel like that's an understatement. Like, I feel like if you're here, you found this channel, you still exist. Right? You got more than that going on, if I do say so myself, but that's on the card, you know what I mean? So we'll talk about it. Either way, you're underestimated. It's like people counted you out in some way, shape, or form, whether in life in general, whether in love, or in business. And we're going to talk about it. You could understand, if you don't know, now you know. You got goddess energy about you, other guy, girl, what have you. I have seen in recent energies, some fine examples of some very, like, clearly, like, you know, like they, you know, like their pronouns are like he and that, right? So but yet still had that like goddess, like it's like, oh, your feminine energy is divine, huh? Like you don't even just have masculine feminine, you got that masculine, but you damn sure also got that divine feminine. Like, you know, like men like that, I feel like are really like wise. It's hot. Like, on a personal note, that's hot. It's hot to be smart. But anyways, it's even hotter to be wise. Smart and wise are also two different things. Go figure. Had to learn that one the hard way too. Either way, do not worry. Your angels, hell, everybody in your spiritual guidance team, not just the angels, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. No worries. No worries. DNA upgrade, I told you, Metatron in the mix even. We'll talk more on that. And dun 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 dun. The reasoning behind why I say, if you're still here, and you are, you carry great purpose. All right, because another dark night, another leg and measure. And now y'all know, if you didn't know prior, why I always say thank you. All right, that the dark night is not one night. Do you think you would? I don't think. I mean, I'm not trying to set nobody up for failure. Like, I believe, like, if the divine, like, dead ass needed us to survive it in one night, we would. But I'm just grateful that the divine is the ultimate strategist, and because I feel like, you know, leave it up to the some of those egos you may find in them streets, right? Be all like, oh no, I got this, I can do it in one night, no problem. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Rebirth. I'm gonna sneeze. rebirth. I'm speaking the truth. Speaking the truth. And not only are you a miracle collective, but one is on your way. One is on the way to you. All troubles you have can pass away very quickly. All right. And in confirmation to that, yes, no, right? Is that the truth? Is that for the collective? Yes and yes and yes and yes and yes. Okay, you can throw an amen in there if you want to, I guess, but just know what it means. But yes, okay. Some of you, this is regarding reunions. All right. Some of you, this is regarding prosperity, the financial kind. Okay. The one where you're independent and no longer codependent. All right. And again, Archangel Samuel helping with the soulmate. All right. Here's a stitch with the soulmate. Let me just get this out and then I'll ring the bell. Couple things. It kind of feels split here with this portion of the collective message. Okay. Fire sign is of some significance. Some of you, this is your soulmate's sign, right? Like you would know that to be the case, or you find out that is the case. Others of you, there is this, like, I don't know if I want to say third party, but damn sure like a karmic connected to your soulmate. And I'm not saying connected in the sense necessarily that they like have like a marriage covenant, or that they have rings, or that they even live together kind of thing. Maybe this isn't even like an official, maybe this is like an ex of this person, some of you, right? Either way, karmic AF, all right? And could be a fire sign. That person and or your soulmate, I'll say it that way because try not to be confusing, definitely having issues with low self-esteem. All right. Stemming from like childhood wounds, deep-seated, deep-rooted, right? So this is giving like nothing you did. Don't you love that part? Like, I wasn't even there for that, to create that kind of damage, and you want me to pay for that and or clean it up. It's odd, right? People are so quick to jump into connections and relationships and they don't even know themselves. It's really odd. But anyways, oh, that's why, yeah, blocked heart chakra. I heard that one before, right? Confirmation. This person could have had, or this is the karmic connected to this person, like body dysmorphia. It's like one day they woke up and they were like, okay, I can work with this. Just, just dust my shoulder off and just breathe, and then like the next moment or the next day, it's like they were just loathing themselves. Like, how dare you have hair anywhere if you don't have it everywhere? It's like, what? Not everybody's a Sasquatch. Why would you have hair everywhere kind of thing, right? Of course, male pattern balding is coming through the channeling there. All right. So somebody, going through this, and it's like, okay, we all got our something, right? But at the point of projecting onto anyone else, that's where you gotta like, your boundaries say, oh no, we don't do that. Just because you can understand why somebody like has a bad day or has a bad life doesn't necessarily mean that equates to you like really being connected to that until the end of days and you suffering their karma just because you understand it. No, right? And so there could be some significance with Mars retrograde. Or there could be like, how do I say this? I mean, I guess there could be like Aries placements with this person, or they could be an Aries perhaps. I'm not trying to call out any Aries. I'm just with this Mars retrograde energy, it's talking about like impulsive moments of like anger, rage, hostility, and this could have led to, for some of you, a blowout. Either way, I'm like, I know I clarified it and got the 5 of Wands, and now I don't see it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here we go. Wrong deck. I'm looking for, it was right here, the 5 of Wands, but I'm looking for the wrong deck. I was looking for this kind of deck, but like I said, I had gone ahead and pulled most of the cards, so I knew the 5 of Wands was here. So, I mean, the 5 of Wands is really talking about, like angst, hostility. I mean, again, there could have actually been like an actual blow up with this person. So some of you are like counting this one out, I'm hearing to say. And others are really just kind of like spinning about, like, why didn't this work? This should have worked. I feel like this is my person, right? Well, here's a sitch though. The Five of Wands, again, just like most other things, you got to get grateful for, and here's why. If you would have stayed connected to this person, whoever else, even energetically, right, connected to this person, was going to assist them with allowing you to ultimately um alter your values, your morals. Like, they could have gotten you to say, like, fine, like, we'll kind of keep the relationship open, kind of thing, when really someone like you, especially because this life is far more spiritual, shouldn't be casting pearls before swine type of thing, right? Lowering your anything, dulling your sparkle, that's not on your menu. All right. And your guides are definitely going to see to it, may see even more and hear even more than you're capable through this meat suit of yours, this avatar, if you will, right? Your muggle self. But divine realm was like, ain't no way you're going to be thrown off the path, making mal life decisions like that. Okay. So again, the Five of Wands, they're like, this is what it is. Your person, all right, going through their stages of, I'll be nice and say, closing out karmic cycles, right? Without you, though. And that's the prize. That's the reward, right? And so you just gotta see it for what it is. That's part of the alchemy, anyways, right? It's like all that major blowout that hurt you and made you want to curse your own existence and made you feel as if your own existence was, because how would the divine allow you to see and love on this person knowing all of these things? All right. Well, you signed a contract to teach lessons and be karma while receiving same. What did you think, honey? Right? So, the best way to kind of get over the hump or out of this slump, if you find yourself there, I'm not saying you should, just saying we're all different stages of this, is really just to alchemize the situation. It's like, I learned, I won, right? I am free, I win, right? Like, I am grateful, I win. Like, gone are the days where you should be expecting these people to even understand how you win. But gone are the days where you should walk around as anything less than a winner. All right. No victims, only victors, right? In spite of any oppressors out there. So serious, you guys. All right. Part of the new earth paradigm. And again, that is consciousness based. We're not hopping rocks. All right. Now, here's the sitch. This life being far more spiritual sometimes means that sometimes, all right, if you are not straightening your crown, which is why we love to gather on the live streams like we do, okay, and make sure that that's actually not the case. We know where the crown is, and it is in fact straight, okay, whether guy, girl, what have you. These people could see, whether in the spirit or just because of that aura of yours, all right, that undeniable one. Love and light, Johanna, Lydia, and love and light, eat me. Um, these people are envious of where you're going, okay? And you might be saying, well, I'm not there. Well, if that's you saying, well, I'm not there, watch your words, okay? Because maybe you would have been there by now if that wasn't your first knee-jerk response, okay? Maybe that's your first knee-jerk response because the people around you that know exactly who you are right, are making it so that you actually have that knee-jerk response. See, check in. Utilize your own intuition. Gone are the days where you should be going outside your, well, what do you think, Sally? I don't know. Bobby said that if you try that business, chances are 3 out of 9, and that's not good. You probably should just save it for a rainy day and come out on top that way instead of changing lives with your business. Interesting they would say that. Love and light, Sean. Right? They want to keep blinders on. Oh, she don't know. Look, psst, 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 here she comes. Oh, yeah, I heard that last project didn't work out so well, huh? Oh, you're not even done with it. Oh, that's a shame because I was going to help you with such and such. Yeah, 3 days later, you're like, yeah, no, it's done. I don't really know such and such. I was saying that, but you did good. You got it done. And that's in the moment of alchemy where you go, yes, I got it done. So I am over prepared. All right. So you know what that means? The blessings coming like right now. Gone are the days where you go, I put all my eggs in one basket and thought that that one person to help me that said that they would, why would you say that you would help me if you never meant to? No, you already know that there's people out there like that, and you know now why. Stop acting like that. You don't know, so that you don't continue to live out as if you don't know. Live out as if you do know, all right? Anything you do from this point on has to be for you, for your mission, for your why, right? However you need to say, for your God, for your goddess, for your higher self, okay? However you need to say this. All right, because there's different people in different arenas. And that is also part and parcel of the divine blueprint, the divine strategy. All right. And you know the divine is the ultimate strategist. So who are we to say, should have been different? Okay. It's best not to judge. If you know that you find someone who is able to fit in your corner, all right, yet you don't understand all aspects of what maybe they wholeheartedly believe in, test the spirit. Use your discernment. How do they make you feel? Ask for a sign, but also check in and pay attention to the signs. Because if you're retching because this person was supposed to come over, if you're, getting the bubble guts every time you're on the phone with the mofo, don't be the one that ignores that sign and then you wonder why you're in some precarious situation, because you don't actually truthfully have to have these blinders on. And that's part and parcel of today's message. And as you self-love it out, you'll see a lot more clearer. All right. Just saying. These people, whether this is simply and solely this soulmate / ex, and or whatever attachments, entity, karmic or otherwise, all right, keeping tabs, right? Why? Hoping that it's still this. Could it still be this forever? Hell no. Divine won't allow it. That's why you got cards coming out with specific angel archetypes on them regarding specific aspects of your path, your dreams, goals, wishes, and desires. Just so serious, all right? Some of you, this could be a really how do I say this? An ex close friend, someone that you were really close with, right? This could be like your ex bestie that turned around and on the other side of, whatever blow up, right, decided to swoop in. Well, I can love you better, right? Keep some black obsidian with you. I specifically wore this piece so those could see what it is. All right, black obsidian is definitely a protective stone. You could use any obsidian, but the darker, the more protection oriented, just saying. But I did pick up some beautiful green obsidian piece the other day at a local shop, and some mahogany obsidian as well, just so that you could see, in case, because you know how sometimes you guys get those pieces in the mail and you're like, what is this? So I was just guided to share. If you have this and you don't have this, right? Okay, you're going to be all right. Just use it for what it's, I want to say for what it's worth, but for what it's for. If you don't know what a stone looks like, you guys try to take a picture of it and do an image search. And also, if you ever need to know what a stone can assist you with, whether you have it or not, Google it, all right? And specifically type in your query, metaphysical properties, so that you'll know, okay? I'm going to ring the bell. Give me one moment here. I just want to close out the soulmate thing before we get over into business. So your romance angels message here, for those resonating with that, soulmate situation, ship. Hold on, I'm trying to leave the best part out. Hold on, here you go. Ace of Pentacles. What else? Ace of Cups. You want this with the person? Then you stay in the Hangman. You do you. Okay, because here's the sitch. Karma is a blurb, right? And with the 7 of Swords out there, this is exactly what they want to take from you. Both of them aces, all that ace, right? All that ace. They want to take all that ace And then some of you, like I said, this is leading to marriage. All right. This could be definitely leading to marriage. There were a couple synchronicities on that one. Marriage, just saying. Whether you have a kid with this person or not, you might. All right. And someone here, again, a karmic person, purposefully living in Karmicville, at least in current energies, may know that as well. So there could be, let me just check, because I feel like I feel like cards were pulled on this. For those that resonate. Okay. So no, cards were not necessarily pulled on this. I got 3 like swordsy AF cards. All right, talking about mental conflict and imprisonment as well as anxiety. So someone is fearing that if you get together with this person one more time, you will ultimately have that love child, and that's exactly what would be. This is not, to be clear, this is not your soulmate's psyche right now. For those resonating with this is talking about that karmic energy, and they fear that once that love child be made, that's it, that's official, that getting this as a male masculine with a masculine meat suit, that he would definitely call it quits, definitely be locked in and tied in with you. All right, again, low self-esteem, very clingy, but very, I mean, this is kind of like an illustrative epitome of the energy. It's like very clingy, very calculating, very manipulative, while the whole time screaming that they're basically the damsel in distress. Oh, you know that, you're for me, I can love you better, kind of thing. And it's really just giving the most zombie apocalypse version of a pick me energy, if I do say so myself. But a guy, girl, what have you. But I mean, low self-esteem is at least what's going on here. And he's going to call, all right, you're going to get justice in spite of any projections, in spite of, maybe this person did go to jail. There's just like a lot of imprisonment. It's like this person's mental was trying to be on lock by this karmic's imprisonment. This is not me making an excuse. This is me reading the energy for somebody here, okay? Um, for others of you, this person could have actually went to jail, whether there was a third party karmic energy or not, on the strength of, when you're in a mindset that is lesser than you, that is lacking clarity, even in moments under that type of mindset, when you are actively feeling like you've got clarity or you've got enough impulse to produce action, it's not necessarily going to be the highest vibrational outcome, right? Makes sense. So this person, long story short, closing out cycles of karma in order to, again, be in alignment with who you are and to keep you out of, whatever karma, cycle or not, attachment, lover, friend, ex or not, that they had to kind of like complete. All right. In the meantime, let your friends help you. Romance angels are saying trust. Okay. This is a situation asking for faith, and you've got Archangel Samuel to help you get to this win. All right. In the meantime, practice forgiveness and that self-care, self-love. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, even before this person comes in. All right. When this person comes in, make the effort. This person is coming in very soon. There could have been something to do with religious influence, upbringing versus spiritual. Okay, that could have been some of the hesitancy, but this is a past life situation, past life love. All right. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This could be something that is on one or more sides of the board here. That was part of the to-do list, okay, to allow for this soulmate connection to really get out of the toxic realm, right? It's like, just because you're a soulmate doesn't mean that everything's necessarily all great, right? And the divine wants that to be the case. Okay, so the way it started out is not gonna be the way that it ends and remains, I'm hearing to say. Okay, stay optimistic is coming through for the singles, For the singles, all right, that don't resonate necessarily with what we've talked about with the soulmate, you've got new love coming. Romantic feelings will be shared, but keep an open mind because this person may be outside of your norm. All right, let go of the control issues, trying to figure out, well, what kind of outside of the norm, and this, just let this happen. Okay. And as you do, as you get to know each other, all right, the bond's going to deepen. Please know you do deserve love. Please know the divine is understanding of that and in agreement with that statement, that you do deserve love. So that means you do have love coming to you, okay? So please don't live out each day from one to the next wondering if that's the case. Will I have love? Am I lovable? Will someone love me? And I get it. I often have to put my own coach hat on through some of those same questions and same energies, all right? So I'm not judging you, just letting you know what the message is, all right? I'm also not here to manipulate what the message is, so there's that, all right? Gratitude either way is going to help unlock and pull this all in. And of course, you cannot leave outside that self-love because it's part of your lifestyle. All right. So I'm going to ring the bell. Oh, thank you, Sean, for oh, Love and Light Fiona. Who else is in here? Let me see. I don't know if I can. Wait, let me see. Love and Light Alina Purple. Let me see something here. Sorry about that. Oh, Love and Light Eat Me. I thought I did say hi to you. Let me see here. You feel like if you were a grape, your ex turned you into a raisin. That's funny. Ay, ay, ay. You're in control, Eat Me. How about that? So if you want to be a raisin, that makes you think of the California raisins. I don't want to actually like crap on raisins because, like, you know. But I also kind of feel like if I had the choice, I'd prefer to be a grape and not a raisin. I don't know. All right, if you guys don't have any questions, you know what, you guys? I hope that it's not... See, I'm seeing these numbers, right? And I don't know what that means. Wait, let me see here. Sorry, you guys. This is my first purposeful vertical live stream, right? So it's looking a little different in the chat. So if I'm missing something, that's probably like I'm not understanding how to read the chat. I don't know what the numbers are. There's like these purple splotches. Okay, let me see. Eat Me. Okay, let's see if you'll ever recover. I mean, I feel like if you tell yourself you'll recover, you will. And if you tell yourself you won't recover, then you won't eat me. But let's see. Interesting. So this is the message that I got intuitively here. Okay, we've got a yes, so you will recover from being with Brian. Eat Me. However, this yes, which really talks about normally like happy home, like you've got the counterpart energy, maybe some children's. It's often connecting to like twin flame energy. It's also connecting to stability, right? And marriage. You know, for me as a reader, when anything comes out horizontally, there's some stagnancy connected to it. And I see at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles, which talks about holding on. Talks about maybe saying no to other choices. All right. So it's like, yeah, but like when you want to get over, like when you want to recover is when it will happen. When you want to, you would no longer hold on. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. They showcase the placement of people on a leaderboard. I don't even know what that means, Fiona. Thank you, babe. I'll have to look into that. You know what? YouTube sent me an email and they were like, basically, like, you need to try vertical live streams. And I was like, okay. So they claim that it will help the channel do better algorithmically. So we're claiming it. We're fucking viral right now. Woo! Don't mind me, guys. Like I said, I'm a little dark today. I still love and light you guys, I promise. Just the same, no worries. I'm just no, eat me, because see, that's the whole spin out. Not to use your words. Not that you said spin out. But you're like, I cannot ever get back my lost sign spinning like, then you're gonna four pentacles, into that, and it's gonna delay this being upright. Eat me, that's what we're saying. I gotta sneeze. All right, so that's not picking on you, babe. It's just, don't do it if you don't want it, you know? It sucks. It's not funny. It's not nice. I know that. I can give you a couple on my end of things about what I could say about that. But you know what? The longer we say about that, the more we magnify that, and the greater chance it's got control over our thoughts and our emotions. And those are very heavy hitting things, tools, if you will, that you can instead utilize to manifest what you want. Right? So if you find yourself in the coursework of being the phoenix rising from the ashes, what do? Well, the phoenix doesn't cling to the ash, does he? Just goes with the flow until he's back up in the sky, shining as ever and dominating his lane. Just saying. Oh, whoever comments, oh gosh, I didn't mean to put anyone in like a competition. Of course, eat me, you're doing great, you're number one. You win, eat me. Oh my goodness. That's funny. All right, let me stop because now I'm getting all like overstimulated with the chat colors. Okay, I have to focus. So whose question? All right, let's see here. Sean, will the paperwork? Okay, let me see here. You know, it's funny because I hear things and I go, that's why I was sending love light. But I don't want to name all the names, but sometimes Spirit will give me names from the collective, and I just put my petition out there. Oh. We are getting no, and I guess that is regarding the smoothly, but why? You're being asked to utilize strength, and there is an Ace of Pentacles coming with the Death card. 1 second. Okay, so you know, I get that something about your father's situation regarding the paperwork, it's like you're going to have to ride somebody about it. It's like, well, what do you mean you didn't do this? Like, this is the deadline, or this is the expected submission date. And it's like, this needs to be done. I don't know if it's because of understaffed issues or because of, could be even connected to karma. The outcome is good. The outcome is well. The outcome is fine. You're being asked to utilize your strength. But as far as it being smoothly, that's where the issue is coming from. And I think that you're also being asked to do whatever assists you with keeping your mental space calm as well, so that this isn't any worse of a tower moment. That's what I got. And this could be, this is so crazy because I always say, oh, the divine uses things like love and money, right? And not that this is about like, just money. It's just that this is something that definitely would take your focus. So the divine, obviously, as it chooses, will use things that already get our focus, as they should, right? It's not punishment. It's just empowerment may feel like punishment sometimes until you're at that place of alchemy where you're just honoring the empowerment part and not the painful part where it's like, well, I had to call again, well, I had to play phone tag, and now you're asking me to come down there, kind of thing, right? So that's what I'm getting, Sean. I hate that I'm getting that, except for the fact that it ends well. So I mean, of course we're gonna focus on that part. It's just the smoothly is the crowns with the numbers. Love and light, sky blessings. Love and light, Sarah. Pardon me, you guys. This stream is odd for me because I'm like, okay, now what? It's showing up a little different. It's throwing me off. All right, so Sarah, please use the description box to check in on the live stream roles, babe. Okay. Um, I really want everyone to check that because I want to make sure that everyone here is subscribed and not just because the last live stream that wasn't the case. And here's the sit, you guys. Karma is just what it is. If I gave you with specificity, this is not me grandstanding or peacocking. I'm actually like working to not be concerned. But I don't want anyone to receive anything other than what they're given out. All right? So with that intent, if you are lying on here and saying, "Yeah, I'm following all the rules and yeah, I'm totally part of the collective and yeah, I'm totally just going to take from you." Karmically, that could be an issue for I'm not saying I will it so. I just have seen I know too much, okay? And it's not me doing anything. It's just my pure intent to come on and assist people, all right? And assist those that will assist not even just me, but the collective. There's strength in numbers. And as we can come on together and get more of these free messages that are for the collective together, we're going to be empowered beyond the point of our current existence. And that is the goal. Okay. Now, long story short, not everybody's agenda is okay with that. I'm okay with that too. All right. Because that's part of it all. I get that now. Right. But what I don't want is anyone misinformed about that and thinking it's okay to come on here and take from me, my channel, my collective, as if there are no karmic repercussions. That's not the case. And that has nothing to do with me, to be clear. I'm loving and lighting anyone who may need to know that by saying that. It's not a threat. It's not a challenge. It just is what it is. Okay. So that's why, you guys, I implore you to read the rules and follow along all of them before you even ask to receive anything. Okay. Because that's me protecting you, not me trying to be on some soapbox with the microphone, trying to control other people. And no, that's not me, actually. That's not me. I could give other names. Okay. So thank you for those that will follow along. Protect yourselves. All right. That's why I can say. And it's, again, it's not me. Okay. Just say. But I've seen so much just in the recent past. And I'm like, I need to probably say more of that because I mean, yeah, we've all got our options and choices and everything, but like my heart is not to come on here to like trap mofos into receiving more karma of, how you might say fire and brimstone. Just saying. All right. That's not in my heart to do that. Okay. It's not my intent. So please don't be offended if I'm challenging you to follow the rules. I'm not calling you out. I'm doing it in love, okay, to protect as best I can my collective. All right, because I feel like if you found the channel, you're supposed to be here. All right, so no worries there. You are welcome. All right, just protect yourself and do what you came here to do, and get what you came here to get out of it. Yes, but also do your part, which costs no money at all. I promise. All right, it is free to hit that like and the subscribe every time. All right. Okay, so thank you for those following along, and thank you for your patience on that while I reiterate that. It just I need to say that every now and again, I feel like. Okay, so let's get here, Sarah. Okay. Volunteer opportunity pursuing going to be a positive experience. Okay, I feel like it should be. Okay, let me see here, Sarah. Ooh. What I'm getting from this, Sarah, is it's not like, okay, so I have two maybe cards, right? We'll talk about it. The Six of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, right? And Six of Swords for me, immediately I'm going calmer waters. Two of Pentacles, I'm going balance. I can't show her, but we next have the World card, and now currently the bottom of the deck, the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, the Justice, excuse me, the Scales of Justice in the man's hand depicted in the Six of Pentacles is being highlighted, okay? I'm getting, long story short, that this volunteer position, it's not like it's going to be horrifically bad. I think you're going to learn maybe aspects of logistics for something that you have a heart to do later on, or this will give you some form of experience, information, in order to assist you with something else that you care about doing later on. I mean, if you're volunteering already, you know, this means you do have a heart. So, so good on you for that part, right? But this is overall a yes, but take notes. There's going to be some, like, I don't know if I want to say trying times, but maybe it's like fast pace, or there's certain aspects to doing that you weren't aware came with what you're volunteering. And it may be like unexpected, not that you'd like hate it, but it might be like outside of your comfort zone, it feels like, okay? But the long and the short of it is, it is assisting you to produce maybe even better change or bigger change, or a change beyond maybe what you currently have a vision for. Maybe going through this experience might offer you to be in alignment with whatever else you can produce to make that change, for better days beyond that of yourself, but for many others. All right. I love that for you. All right. Okay. So hopefully that made sense for you, babe. Now let me see here, because I don't want to skip over. Love and light, Serena Rose. Thank you, babe, for the subscription. And thank you, Fiona, so much for assisting the collective with how to find that box below. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's see about Enrique. You guys, that makes me think of that Golden Girls episode, Enrique Mas. Wasn't he the painter? No, wait, no, he wasn't the painter. Fiona, help. Who was Enrique? No, that was the TV personality that had Rose doing all those freaking product testing, and then like the light bulbs. That was, I love that episode. Enrique Mas. That's so funny. He wanted to have trustworthy eyes. I remember that about his character. So, haha. Well, if you're looking for a romantic offer, was it a romantic offer specifically? Were you looking for romance from Enrique, Sarah? Excuse me, I'm saying Sarah. Serena Rose, not Sarah. My goodness. All right. It's coming in. That's a yes. Literally, the Knight of Cups, first out the gate, talks about romantic offer. Okay. So that's what I got for you, babe. Hoo-hoo-hoo. I am your reflection, Serena. Much love and light. Love and light, Cassandra. Cassandra's been doing big things in her stomping grounds. You guys got to check it out in the Facebook group. Also, could you post here, Cassandra? That'd be great. Like, you guys, seriously, can you say stuff to me in the community group? Because that'd be great. Like, I'd love to not be alone there. Like, please say anything. All right. I want you to engage there, because otherwise I'm like, should I just shut that down? Like, I made it a point to like open that up when we got the feature, and I didn't even do it right away because I was like, no, it's probably just gonna be me there. And now I'm like, did I manifest that? Because it's literally just me there. Like, I don't want it to be literally just me. Like, my whole community is me. Just me with me. I'm like, why is that? Because I know y'all don't hate me. So I'm like, where the crickets left? I mean, they didn't even stay around. No, I'm talking about, oh, wait, I know what you're saying. How do we do it? Just go in the community, and then, like, you know how, like, anything else, it's like, what's on your mind, or like say something. I don't know. There's like a box where you could like post. I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, let me check. Wait, hold on. Let me check so I can say it right. So you just go, okay, you go to the channel, and you know how it's like videos, shorts, live. It goes home, videos, shorts, live, playlist, posts, right? But you got to scroll over. Hold on 1 second. You got to scroll over to see the posts on the other side of the playlist. When you hit posts, all right, you're in the community. You know what it is? It's not letting me do it on this one. You have to be logged in. You have to be signed in. Or you can't even, I can't even get a like from a nobody out there. Like, just, it's crazy. They do not make it easy, you guys. You know, so thanks for helping, because y'all keep me going, you know? Like, otherwise it's literally just me with me. Like, I can do that off of the camera, to be clear. I do it off the camera too, but I'm just saying I could just keep it like. But please share pictures, ask questions, say hi. Word of encouragement comes to mind, you know what I mean? Shoot. Just saying. All right, so Fiona, can you help me? Did I skip over you yet, or anyone? I gotta finish the rest of it. Hold on, give me. I gotta blow my nose, you guys. All right, it's your turn, Sky. What did you? Okay, let me see. It says message retracted, Sky. I don't know what. I didn't do that. Retracted. Yeah, because we did Serena, and then. And you're very welcome, Sarah. I just saw that. Sorry, babe. Um, you don't know how to post? Oh gosh, what did you do, Cassandra? I'm just now catching up on the chat, you guys. Um, I skipped you, Fiona. Okay, Fiona, can you just repost it? Sorry. Anyone else, if I skipped you, can you just repost it? And then we're gonna quickly end the session. I'll ring the bell again. Okay, so Sky, you also have to follow the rules. Like, I know you're not super new, but I can't be playing favorites on the live stream or just in general, right? So, not trying to pick on you, but I need you to follow the live stream rules, please and thank you. And you know what, you guys, not gonna lie, it would be so much easier for me to just be like, yeah, let's just drop the rules. But with the live stream being in vertical and the way that the formatting is, I really need you guys to follow those rules or I will skip over you. And it's not anything intentional. It's just the writing is so small and you guys talk amongst yourselves, which I love. Please do not stop doing that. Okay. But all I'm saying is I'm not being a stickler because like I love rules. I personally don't always necessarily love rules, but please help me guys on that with sticking by the rules because that's what's going to get me to more easily do what you're coming here for, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see here. Hold on a second. So it's looking like no. I'm not gonna lie, the Ten of Swords came out of the deck and I put it back in because at that point it fell out with some others and I was like, I'm not taking that many, Spirit. Oh, I'm so sorry, my nose is itchy. So um 1 second. 1 second, Fiona. Not gonna lie, I'm feverishly blowing my face off, right? And you're like not good enough. So I'm also understanding that like you could, if you so choose to continue on basically the path that you've started with this Empress energy, um you could be seen by him, not necessarily have him like in your arms kind of thing, but your works or you as you so manifest can be a thing. And that's the difference, I guess, that someone wanted to assist me with making in that clarification. All right. Never say never, but like, wait, hold on, let me see. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of giving won't meet, but he may know of you. I asked if it could be a thing where like you meet and it was still giving like not really. But I don't want to say never either cuz you know, but also going back to what dad said, it's giving you want to waste your time for what? You know, kind of thing. Not to be rude, and Mr. Styles, I'm a fan, but just saying, okay? Okay, you don't, you don't want him. Fiona, what if all of a sudden you found him? Who cares how? But what if all of a sudden you found him there? Would you be like, ew, get off me, get away? I feel like I wouldn't, but I'd be like hella confused. I'm like, oh, sir, so young. But yeah. Um, okay, so I'm sorry I skipped you, babe. All right, let's get back into the said said you'd be confused too, but yeah, of course not. Oh man. I feel like overall Harry's a pretty good guy. I don't know him though, but you know. I feel like there's worse people out there. I won't get into that. Anyhow, speaking of worse people, let's get into a little bit of this so we can close out a lot of that. So going back to whether you resonate with that that soulmate of yours having some sort of karmic energy or was in karmic energy, you know, we talked about basically this is double confirmation. Look at this. They wanted you blind. All right. Why? Because if not, your gratitude I don't know. Should I cover them? Why are they? This is giving like. Was that a Hanes commercial? Was that Hanes or there was some sort of like lingerie campaign, or was it Dove? Maybe it was a skincare campaign where like everybody was just in bra and underwears, as if it was maybe somebody is in the industry. Somebody could have alopecia, I'm hearing to say, but that's not even what I was trying to say. I heard alopecia though. Oh my god, it's like something Fatago. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm so serious. Not. One second. Okay, let's see here. All right, this is I don't know that one. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Okay, it is vitiligo. Thank you, Michael Jackson. All right, so that's what I was trying to say. Okay, somebody could have that, or there could be some significance of someone that you know having that, whether it's the soulmate or you. Somebody could be a model. But either way, you're being guided into this celebration because this connection is going to be a thing. This transformation is what you are like in the midst of. Okay. And get in your good vibe feels with this warmth energy because time is up. Now, normally time is up, you know, back in them olden days makes your central nervous system want to be all, huh? What do you mean? Right? It makes you think of like, you know, when you're in elementary school and on up even, or it's like you're taking a test, time's up. It's like, right. But this time's up really comes with that warmth energy. To be clear, the warmth is about goodness. All right. All that ace. All right. Now, in the meantime, I'm not unmindful. It could look like this to the left, right, up, and down, and to the side. But the reason why it's like that, looks like that, sounds like that, feels like that, smells like that, is because you are being ripped from the miry clay. Can't get around it. It's escape time. Time is up. All right. So whatever fear you got, face it. All right. Question it, tame it. Okay. Get into the flow. I already got that with this flexibility card, but just to be clear, there was an actual card about the flow, just so that you understand there's no way around this. You got to go through it, babe. It's not punishment, it's transformation. All right. Whatever question you wanted to answer, specifically yes, no, from the divine, you know, will this ever end? Will they come back? Right. It's a yes. And with this safe passage energy and this diligence, all right, because you have been so faith-filled in spite of the trauma, let's talk about it, in spite of the backbiting, the betrayals, the ABUSE, okay, you made the choice to choose again, to choose again, to try again differently, to be, excuse me, not digitally, diligently, okay, over and over again. Whatever you've been looking for and or is coming in for you now is protected. There's no question about it. And there is some significance to bees. You could be seeing bees. Bees could be vibing around you. I too have noticed that lately. Literally like 2 days ago, tried my best telepathically. I'm like, please let this work, okay? Because I just really was like, bee, can you just actually like go over there more? Because I don't want no trouble. I'm still overcoming PTSD about a situation with bees and stingers. Okay, just saying, just keeping it real. And I know the old adage is if you don't bother them, if you don't, and I understand that, but I had a different experience a time or two. Just saying. So I'm like working through fear for this is me outing myself just to, sharing's caring and, so you too can know it's not just you, right? So I'm like actively, you see me in a beat, I'm automatically putting the coach hat on going, okay, now this doesn't have to be the ultimate detrimental situation. Like step one, just calm yourself. Like I'm like but there is some significance to these. I've even heard it come through other forms, excuse me, of divination, where they are a very powerful synchronicity right now. It's almost like you'd want to lay claim to having had a B encounter or two in this current energy because it means something really powerful. It is, and it is, in fact, a very powerful synchronicity about your winning at this thing called life. Long story short, and that's me dumbing it really down there. Okay. So let this, like anything else that you hear through divination, be confirmation of what you already know. Or what do you know? You have the courage. The courage to what? Well, for many of you, the call right now is to detox. All right. Some of you, it's not even about substances, it's about thought lives, patterns, behaviors. It's about your avoidance. It's about your inaction. Okay. Your beliefs, your belief system. You're being called to believe in the synchronicities that are being shown to you now. If you're saying, well, I know that this number keeps popping up, but I don't know what it means, Google it. All right. If you're saying, well, I know I've been drawn to like this particular crystal I keep seeing, this one citrine, in case anyone wondered and didn't know that, just don't know why. Look it up. Okay. You can't not do you anymore, hun, because you're the star. All right. This is, whether guy, girl, what have you, your life, and you are the main character. You're top tier. All right. Especially in this new earth energy when you are front lines creating it. Are you kidding me? Ain't no small potatoes around here. All right. If you found this channel, you too. All right. Now we're getting into the business aspect of the reading just to close out the session, right? But I do have a little something for us all. So please stick around to the end. That too got a little deep, and it seems like it's a much needed, not me toot my own horn, you guys. I know I had to come on here, to be clear. I'm trying to give my best effort at this. If my energy seems a little off, I'm just in my darker energy currently. Sometimes that's a necessity as well, right? Go with the flow. This is me teaching through examples best I can. Not necessarily the most comfortable thing, if I do say so myself, but spirits, like, you go on and you show them how even in darker energies you can still make positive change. All right, so here I am. I thank you for those that appreciate me and my efforts and that are taking notes and following along as well. All right, if you've got something to teach just the same, let us know in that community. Sharing is caring, you guys. All right, it's not a contest. We're already winning or we're not. You found this message especially, but definitely this channel, we're already winning. So we're celebrating that in spite of how many times mofos want us to lose. All right. They're wasting their time, their energy, and they're wrecking their bloodlines. I mean, just, it's, but I digress. Somebody here could have dark skin from the collective that's really coming through in a highlighted significance. Not that it's a contest, but for this entrepreneur type energy that we were discussing connected to the collective. If you're connected to the collective and you don't have dark skin, listen up. It's still a collective message about what you got going on. Makes sense? All right. It's how this works. But we've got 5-5 connecting to this entrepreneur space, this energy, this timeline. All right. And you may want to look up that synchronicity, also called an angel number. Just saying. All right. This is talking about endings and new beginnings. This is talking about change, and you may want to know about it. Just saying. All right. So be on the lookout for an exciting business opportunity. Oh, excuse me, I'm being corrected. As the card even states, be on the lookout for exciting business opportunities. Multiple, plural, in fact, to unfold. Don't believe me? It's on the card. All right, opportunities, multiple. Hang in there, collective. All right. You're about to be recognized with the recognition that you not only desire, perhaps, but damn sure deserve. All right. Um, Whoever I'm speaking to be clear, This is not someone that's like a look at me or a pick me even type of energy, right? This is someone who has persevered in spite of the, I hate to talk about lack, but lack of recognition. And gosh, I can relate to that, okay? To some degree. Not that it's a contest, just saying, okay? Um, but it's like that's exactly why you're going to be recognized. It's like divine saw you again, saw you then on top of it. Do the damn thing, turn back around, get back up, persevere again, right? It's like ain't no way the divine is not going to share you at this point. All right. What all you've been doing, what all you've been producing, your heart in the matter, your why, your mission. And there are varying types of missions and hearts in the matter that I'm referencing. So please don't feel like this is for one person out of all of you. You all found this message, all right? You all understand or are now currently understanding that you are here to be producers, not just consumers, right? And so there is a level and measure of required recognition in that. Let's be honest. You can have the best product, the best content. If no one out there is seeing it, no one out there got a chance to know about it. You know what I mean? So there is a level of recognition required, and that's okay. I feel like I'm saying this because some of you are going, I actually don't want to be in the spotlight. I get it, okay? You think I want to be on camera right now? Like, seriously, okay? We're all doing the greatest, okay? We're slaying, literally, actively right now, whether we feel like that or not. And that literally is the message, yes. But it's also the very reasoning behind this recognition. And I need you to remember that. And the reason why is because so many others are not going to know the sacrifice, the fortitude, the choice to try again, the stand up again, right? This is giving like Rocky Balboa vibes. Like it's like you're just beat to smithereens and you fucking get back up again, right? Yeah, but some people are not going to know that part of you and they're going to see these wins. They're going to see you on top and they're going to be all jealous and ish, right? Too damn bad because you're going to remember, yeah, I sacrificed. Yeah, I kept my head up. I kept myself in the ring. I stood back up. I didn't cling to the ash. I let the phoenix in me rise, right? I surrendered. Whatever and what all ever it makes sense to say here. You know what you got going on, honey bun. And this is all a resultant after effect of karma. See, karma just is what it is. Oh, you've been putting out what? Well, whatever the what is coming back to you. It sounds like you've been putting out some grandiose, beautiful, loving frequencies, some very authentic authenticities. Just saying. And it's leading to multiple opportunities of business opportunities, yes, but also forms of recognition. And again, it's giving that's why you're going to have to remember your why. And that's why you're going to have to remember your lifestyle. Oh, yes, I said it. Lifestyle is that of self-love. Okay. Because you're going to need to always remember how to pour right back into you what you give, honey bun, so you can give it to the world. Just saying. Collaboration has come out. Okay. Long story short here, you're being asked to remain in this form of tenacity that you do have. I'm not saying you use it all the time. I'm not saying you should. Sometimes, the tenacity being used is like, okay, I'm surrendering. Like that is my action. My action from this point out is the surrendering to the what is anyhow, right? Again, the divine is the ultimate strategist. So there's times it happens to the best of us. You don't know it all. Okay. And that is okay, right? But what's not okay a lot of times, can't say, never or always, I suppose, but a lot of times, is if you stubbornly ignore the truth of the matter that you should surrender, and then you're kind of trying to fight against those unseen forces, and it's not really going to end too well until you surrender. All right. Some of you need to surrender to understanding that you are self-reliant. Okay. Toxic people that want you in codependence, energies where you need them to see kind of thing. They're not going to tell you this though, honey. So it's really important you know you about you and for you and not really against you. So some affirmations. I am confident, right? I am capable. You might want to add. to your daily affirmations list, okay? Or create one if you don't yet have one. All right. You understand it's okay to still be learning while some of you are teaching. Some of you need to be more of the mindset that it's well and good and understandable that you should teach, okay? Because you are capable. You do have your type of experience to share, yes? Well, therein is the purpose. All right. We always say the truth of the matter is if you are here, and you are, you carry great purpose. Gone are the days where you should really be like completely in disbelief about that. Just saying. Dig a little deeper if that's you, because the more depths that you kind of ferret through, take a look around, whether in your mind, your heart space, your physical vessel as a whole. It should be all of those things, to be clear. Just keep searching, right? Just keep learning and growing and glowing, okay? You're going to get to that version of you, okay, that doesn't really have to look outside of it for any type of confirmation about your own self-reliance, and also just the same, the reliance of that of divine forces protecting you and assisting you. Now here's the sitch right now. Your action, okay, if anything, aside from the surrender with, what it is going to be, which is what? Success, recognition, karma. So ain't no worries there, right? But continuing on, you're to be taking a look at the quality, okay? Can you upgrade the quality? Can you do less is more? Like for me as like a jewelry designer, like I in certain parts of my journey, and this has been over many years, to be clear, I was like, okay, I'm going to produce this type of product because the budget is this. And now I kind of operate like the vision is this, the budget will come. And it's allowed for me to still produce the same one of kind pieces, but with a higher quality and with a more clear type of niche value to it. You wouldn't have to you wouldn't have the propensity to liken my product so quickly to another designer's, right? Where in the beginning, I was definitely quick to produce an ode to designer so and so, to another designer, because long story short, I had to get real with myself and realize that the reasoning behind that was because I didn't yet know my true self, my identity as a designer, as an artist, as a producer. So take what resonates here, okay? And plug it in for what you got going on. Some of you are baking, others are, maybe you are, like you provide services, like cleaning business comes to mind, okay? And it's like your quality, something about, and really, when I think of quality, even before the product, but yet referable to any and all business, I'm thinking customer service. Like, are you just following the script then? I personally don't like it when people are not listening to me and they're waiting to plug in their part of the, and I get it. Some of us, you are, perhaps on the spectrum. I'm mindful of that. I think I mean not necessarily the cognitive process aspect of that. I mean like when you find somebody that their heart, their true intent is just to get what they've got to say out, and they're not really receptive or open or patient to receive from whomever they're talking at, basically. Like, I don't like to be talked at. You can talk to me and with me, of course, right? But to talk at me is really not an option. So like if I get that kind of experience, irregardless of what service I may actually have need of, I'm taking into account, like, do I return to this particular provider of the service where I can get, especially if you guys are in competitive markets. It's like, okay, you're already competing with several other competitors that you maybe don't even know about, right? But if you can share an experience with someone, they're going to feel safer and they're going to want more of that if it was a good experience, especially on top of it, your work, your service, your value being that of quality. And of course it is, okay? This is not, to be clear, anyone's divine spiritual team coming through, angels or not, saying, hey, your stuff is crap, right? It's just part of the strategy, part of the actioning towards the alignment, all right? Getting ready, being ready now so you don't have to get ready later, right? Many of you, perhaps mail things out, or you're selling things that ultimately will be mailed out. Get your footing towards that type of action now, even though maybe you have no orders and nobody's got anything in their cart. You don't even have a website up, you know. Think of these things now so that when you need to implement them, because maybe it doesn't make sense right now to have like a corner of the room filled with 89,000 boxes. I get that, right? But think of how you would, where you would order those things, the budget for that, okay? Whether you have it or not, don't restrict yourself to, well, my bank account says. No, what's the budget for that though? Because once you get the budget for that, next thing you know, an angel looks like a human. I'm hearing, oh, I can't say that. SNL, man. Some of those skits are not appropriate for anyone. They never were, yet they were programmed in to be funny, I guess. But anyways, long story short, it could be some significance to Saturday Night Live. But the more that you can really kind of like say, okay, once this budget comes in, I know that I'm going to go to such and such.com, or I'm going to talk to so and so over 3 blocks away, or I know so and so has space in their business. I can plug that in there. And, you know, because that is the epitome of being ready, staying ready, so you don't have to waste time getting ready later. It's not really about having the money, but having the understanding of what that money will be needed for. And therein, on the other side of you doing that type of action, comes the money. Go figure. You know, but the divine wants you to know that your due diligence in all of this is going to lead to celebration. Now, collaboration was coming through. Yes. Also, same deal. Use your discernment. Just because somebody says, hey, I'd like to collab, doesn't mean that they should be the one. All right. They might just be one of the first few to notice your worth, your value. All right. But they might not have the greatest heart about that situation. That would be required for you to become and maintain successful with any endeavors that they might be attached to. Okay. And so there was some level of disgruntlement about, well, yeah, collaboration. I tried that coming through the session that I had prior to coming on live stream with you guys. And still, the sentiment is like, take heart, take heed, collaboration. These business opportunities are coming around the bend, as it were. And, you know, of course, utilize your discernment, but this is not a setup for failure. You've obviously got to use your discernment, okay, because people try it. But the thing is, energy doesn't lie. People do, but the energy, if you're paying attention, you're going to tap into your level of discernment, and it is going to be enough to guide you, okay? Now, if you're saying absolutely no way, I won't, and it's not enough, you got to calm down, honey, all right? Book a session, let's straighten your crown, because, you know, we got to hug it out or something, because that's, you can't live life like that in that type of mindset, all right? And that's the exact type of mindset that people that understand your worth more than you in current energies love to keep you in. All right. So please, if that's you, take heed, go within, ask your spiritual guidance team. You know, you don't have to book a session to tap in with them, to be clear. All right. It's not a gimmick. It's just sometimes I feel like I never really have enough time on these live streams to just eke out, you know, everything that you might need for clarity's sake. All right. I'm not manipulating the message. It's just I can only go through about 3.4 rabbit holes per live stream without it being beyond a 4 hour long video. See what I mean? All right, so there's that. But nonetheless, you guys, you are special, whether guy, girl, what have you. You're angels, okay? Aside from Metatron, and I think this is actually being brought in from, oh my goodness, we've got Archangel Michael. All right, you know Mike. If you know this channel, if you found this channel, you know Mike, whether you knew that or not. Just saying. Same deal with Mother Mary. Okay. So I mean, you understand now you're special. They made cards about it. It's the truth. All right. You can accept this truth. It's safe truth for you. It's also just literally the truth. But there's that. You're being asked to look through any situations that you're facing right now, because this too shall pass. The reason why you should look through, it's kind of like, could you imagine, you guys, if you had to drive through or ride through any form of tunnel, and the whole time you had to count the bricks of the tunnel, or you had to count how many paint chips there were, or how many towels were missing, perhaps. Let me stop. You know, before you could get to the other side, it would just be a much more painful, scarier process, right? Some of us, it's scary enough just to be like, okay, we're entering the tunnel. Like, eyes start, producing wideness, and you're just like, let me look at the dot on the end and focus, and maybe even speed up, just so I'm not stuck in this tunnel any longer, right? But either way, do what helps you get through the situation. There is something about going through, though, that really is the cheat code. We're not getting cards about flying around it too much, okay? And they have cards about that, to be clear. Like, we've shared them on the channel before, right? But this is about getting through, all right? Facing fear. The whole time, you need to know you are free, okay? Say it to yourselves. I often say this one too. This card says you are safe. When I'm not grounded, okay, when I'm needing extra reassurance, I give it to myself. I literally out loud. I'm not screaming like a banshee, but I mean, I would if I needed to. Just saying, I am safe. I am loved, right? It's okay to say those things to yourself. I am free, right? And when you say those things, you guys, if I'm actually like recalling correctly, and I am, it really does produce a level of gratitude. Because how are you going to say that shit and then like also on top of it put the effort to believe it, but then on the back end like you don't feel any kind of like relief, or that relief is the gratitude, you know what I mean? That gratitude does produce relief, if that makes sense. Okay, so keep going, and you got to keep doing that. No one else is just doing it once, to be clear. And oh, you had to, wow, Patricia's up to 27,000 times at telling herself she's safe. Wonder how many more times the rest of her life, perhaps. And so what of it? Because Patricia wins every time she does that, and whoever's talking about Patricia doing that is losing every time they're talking about Patricia doing that. So, take the shame, the stigma out of it. Talk to Big Mike, okay? He'll let you know. Big Mike says you already know. Big Mike done told on your arse with all them aces coming. You better trust. Just saying. Some of you, it would behoove you to learn something new, especially if you've been being called to it, right? Detox comes to mind. It's like, should have been meaning to kind of want to, detox that shit. Learn about what detox. There's so many times. Or so many times. So many types. So many types, right? Maybe you've tried so many other times to detox in other ways, and you got to do it a different way, right? It's like if you like stayed detoxing the liver but then never hit the lymphatic, it's like, well, that's odd. I mean, yeah, they're connected, but you can't just hit just the one, right? You got to do a total body. Some of you need to look at metals, perhaps, just saying. Others need to look at mold. It's a thing, okay? But please know, just like that safe passage of the blessings coming towards you, that you being the blessing to the divine that you already are shielded. All right, you got to calm that mental space and maybe even the heart space about it, though, because it's like you're freaking out inside of the bubble of protection. What? It's just, how you gonna be inside of the bubble of protection, though, right? Okay, but you're freaking out. You better get in with the flow and understand that even if you find yourself in the eye of any storm, you're still shielded with that bubble of protection. Or you're not. You tell yourself you're not, and then you live like the bubble of protection ain't there. See how that looks when you do that? Squirming and squiggling and wiggling inside of the bubble for no reason. You could have just chilled and just rested and breathed in there. You know what I'm saying? Just floated on while the world's on fire, perhaps, right? Like, just, But, I mean, the choice is yours. Just saying. I'm not a doctor, but, again, something about health coming through. You're worried, all right? Maybe you do need to detox, okay, for the health, all right? Maybe fruits and veggies way more than water, even. Go figure. Just saying. Not a doctor. Just learn about this, okay? If this is calling you, if this is intriguing you, learn about it. Because guess what? Health in and of itself is wealth. I mean, you could have all the money in the world, and even if they buried it with you, it's really no matter. It's of no use to you if you're in the grave, if you're in the pine box, as it were. And of course, same deal if you're cremated. Just, all that cash burning. Doesn't make any sense, okay? Regarding your health, if you should feel your meat suit ailing or failing or see aspects of it flailing. The reason why I say that is, you guys, no joke, I have been in so much pain in certain moon cycles past. This was years ago, to be clear. Um, I tried to flinch away, like, I tried to flinch off my feet, basically. Like, they hurt so bad that I tried to shake my feet off of my body as like a knee-jerk response to the pain, like, oh my god, right? So sometimes you do flail when you hit some of those pain thresholds, whether you want to talk about it or not. You don't gotta. This is just for you to know, in some of the next steps, part and parcel of the strategy of you doing your part, because, this is your life, all right? Along with the detox, along with the fruits and veggies and learning about that, okay? Or in general, learning about something new. Reiki also comes to mind, all right? Send love to yourself in the way that you would want someone outside of you to do. I'm not here to say that that's necessarily a doctor. It could be a friend. You know how, like, you're perhaps alone physically, and you wish that you had a friend that was there, that could say these prompts to you, that could then allow you to express yourself. Well, you're not always going to have that, but you're always going to have you. So what you got to do is kind of, this is like, again, one of those times that we talk about letting the delulu work for us, right? Let the delulu work for you and just kind of split yourself, right? It's like you realize, like, okay, your wrist is hurting because you wrote at work and you're writing up orders, or oh, honey, sure, love on you. You have permission, unless you're not giving yourself permission to do that, right? It's like some people would just wait 13 whole years, some longer, for somebody to come around to care long enough for them to be able to be like, yeah, like, it does hurt, and I just wish somebody would have noticed it, that they could have told me it'll get better. No, you have you. It'll get better. The more you show love to that aspect of yourself, okay, really, you're talking about physical meat suit, the better it's got to get. Because either you're going to take your ass to the doctor, if that's not getting better. On the other side is some self-love, self-talk, and motivation. On the other side of you taking in some vitamins, some herbs, some vegetables, some seeds comes to mind, as well as oils. On the other side of you, self-massaging. On the other side of you, checking areas, okay? Women, you know what I'm talking about, all right? It's going to get better. Unless you say, no, it's not, I've already given up, I won't do any of the work, and you're going to live that experience, all right? But please, many of you are in some of these situationships, these things that will ultimately have to damn sure pass, all right? With you on top, with you being successful, all right? With you being wealthy and healthy, is so that you can share your wisdom. Do you mean people are right now saving lives because they had to save their own? Chills on that. All right. So some of you, you can't get upset like, well, why do I have to flinch? Why do I have to flail? Why did the doctor, why is the diagnosis? Okay. Could be, long story short, for you to share the wisdom that you gain. And again, you're being asked to learn something new. And that interesting? Why? So that you can share your freaking wisdom. All right. Because again, you're not here beyond the veil, even in this new earth energy, knowing everything always and in always. That's not the blueprint or the strategy of the divine. Sorry to tell you. But it is kind of like life-saving to know that, because then you can take the pressure off. Divine wants you to know you are understood. All right. That's why your yes was a yes. You're being asked to continue to express yourself, but do it filled with patience. Think about what you are going to think about, as well as what you are going to speak about. Because in this dispensation, in these current energies, and in this new earth, it is going to come to pass. Whatever the it is. Karma is what it is right now. Whatever the karma is. And it just is what it is. So be mindful. Think about it before you shout about it. Before you tell another. Okay? And Archangel Michael, excuse me, I'm trying to say Metatron, but obviously Michael, we already talked about as well. I'm still here. So we talked about Metatron. We talked about Painite you may want to work with. Okay. It is another type of metaphoric glass, my understanding. All right. It's said to um, be a crystalline version of some tears shed by Metatron. All right. Look this up. Okay. Take what you can from your interests and studies and work it for you. All right. I'm not here to push that onto you, but I am sharing the wisdom that I recently came into about it. Okay. See how that works? This is me vulnerably sharing. All right. Because I care for you guys. All right. Even on my darker days. Right. Self-care definitely coming through as a reminder. It is part and parcel of your lifestyle. Self-care will assist you with gratitude as well, because here's the sitch. Even in that recent example about, oh, do your wrist hurt? Oh, oh, you're so cute. Look at your wrist. It's so cute. I love you, wrist. Good job. Every time I needed you to bend for the past 1700 years, right? Just go with it, right? It's like you definitely bend. Okay, whether you had pain or not, you bend. I'm grateful to you. Thank you. See how that works? I'm just talking to a wrist. Imagine if you talk to your whole body. Talk to your hair, whether it's there or not. This life is far more spiritual. And you want to talk about Mother Mary? Chills. All right. Mother Mary, don't play. I'm so serious. Mother Mary is priestess, high priestess. Mother Mary shared some stuff with Yeshua. All right. Mother Mary knew some stuff to the point where those under Yeshua, most call him Jesus, decided to try to lie on Mary, priestess AF as she is, talking about ain't no way a woman could know that. Freaking patriarchy. And that's why, you guys, I say, I don't care what the deck is. I understand that priestess energy is that upper echelon aspect of any hierophant, to be clear, okay? But there is some expression physically that you're being asked to integrate into your lifestyle. Again, self-care, self-love, right? If you don't normally talk to your body, try it out. Just try it out for 30 days and see what happens. Okay. You know, if you know that, okay, well, I'm of such and such age and, you know, everyone's lower back hurts. Try to sit down for a good hour and figure out how supported you truly feel in life from your friends, from your lovers, from your family. And then also be mindful to contrast that with the level of support and care that you perform for yourself. Maybe both of those need an upgrade. Just saying, okay? Maybe on the other side of 30 days of you having some boundaries you've yet to set with yourself as well as others, right? Actioning out a more heightened sense of discipline, perhaps. You will feel that physical outlet in a more relieved type of state. All right. There could be some significance to dreams, all right, coming through, whether from Mother Mary herself or not. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams. This could be simply your higher self trying to give you some of those cheat codes that are already inside of you. All right, you guys, you carry purpose. What do you think that means? Literally means there's stuff inside of you that really matters that you really need to integrate, and starting now. Okay. um if you have never watched this movie with Bruce Willis, I forget the actress name. um Gosh, I should know the actress name, but anyways, it's an old movie called The Fifth Element. You might want to watch that. Okay, take notes. But you're being asked to self-reflect. Okay, just, you know, do you feel, maybe you don't feel supported at all? It's like, well, that would be what is making your lower back scream, especially if you know you've done the scans and the doc's like, no, you're fine. All right, many of you, you're finding, okay, there's a blockage here. Freaking Kundalini's trying to kick my ace. Get it? Because ace, new beginning of something, right? Go on ahead and manifest, though, you guys. Believe in yourselves. Believe in your power of manifestation, because you do have it. You do carry it. You do. Same deal with the divine purpose. You are divine purpose. How could you not have what you are? Many of you are walking prophecy now, and you walk around touting it. Yeah, I'm walking prophecy. But you don't understand that you are divine purpose. And so you still wonder, do you have one? You can't not have what you are. What else are you? What are you saying you are? Should you be saying that? Are you so much more? Gotta ask these questions, and some of you ask for a sign, okay? You're not here to be set up for failure. But fear will set you up for failure every time, okay? So be mindful to check any fears, check any aspect of ego that is fearing. You know, we're not here to hate ego, right? But man, ego outside of the realm of balance is not pretty. It'll have you feeling like you are not safe, that you are not loved, and you are not special. Such to the point where the divine, even in its divine right, role, and strategy, makes cards to counter the ill effects of the illusion that fear often brings. All right, this is the truth. Whether guy, girl, what have you, you are special. You are so special. Why do you think that this angel, this form, whether accurate or not, is depicted without an eye gaze? You know, when you get around some of the most purest forms and concentrations of that, of divinity, who cares in what form? There are many. You really start to feel that. Some call it the Santos, right? So much more. It's not often that angels, knowing that they are beneath you, should stare you in the face. That's how divine and sovereign you are. It's really your job to know that and remember, more importantly. Okay? Yes, these are the Indigo Angel cards by Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue. Thank you. They are beautiful. I was guided to them today for today's angel messages. Love and light, you guys. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed today's angel messages for the collective. And I just want to go and make sure I haven't skipped over anyone. You guys, final call for the bell. And bear with me. I'm trying to read the screen. It is so small, you guys. Oh, Juanita, love and light. Love and light, Kiki Law. Love and light, XYZ. All right, so you guys, please read the description box for the live stream rules. If you're going to ask for a free tarot message today, I don't mind giving it, but I definitely need you to read the rules. Oh my gosh, so we're technically halfway through the week tomorrow. We got this, guys. No question about it. So Love and Light Juanita, please read the description box for the live stream rules, you guys. I want to make sure you're following all of the rules, not some of them. But also, with the way that today, this is the first vertical live stream that I've done for the channel. And long story short, the way that the box is even smaller. I need you guys to follow the rules so that you're not feeling like I'm purposefully skipping over you. Because I will most assuredly skip over you unintentionally because you're not following the rules and I can't see that you're not even following the rules, if that makes sense. So that's me trying to protect you guys, like, hey, follow the rules, thanks, so I can do what I'm trying to do for you, if that makes sense. But I'm like, yo, why is it so small? Honestly. It's like a quarter of Love and Light Diamond Heart. Okay, I'm gonna figure that out later. Because maybe there's something I can do about that. I'm not sure. It's so funny the way they have like the screen for the creator. It's like you would think the creator is the most narcissistic individual. Because it's like, I don't know if you guys would get this. I know like on the iPhone, there's like a way where if you're having like FaceTime, you can have the phone call where either you're the bigger picture or the other person is the bigger picture on the screen. And it's like somebody that would just like it's like YouTube just expected us to just be on the call with our face being the bigger face. So I feel like it's like this backwards inverted FaceTime situation as is. And with this formatting for the live stream being vertical, it's even smaller. I'm like, what are they doing? Like I don't even want to be on camera on a day like this, let alone like me seeing all of me and nobody else. So bear with me, you guys. I'm not picking on you. I just literally am trying to read. Okay. Let's try this again. Thank you, Fiona, for the description box link. I really appreciate you. All right, let's see. Okay, so I don't know if my thing is lagged now. I'm like, who's got a question? Anybody got I got a question. You got a question? I don't want to be rude and just be like, okay, bye. Leave you hanging. Okay, you don't have to ask, babe. Just post it in. It's just make it fun, you know. All right, let's see here. You guys have any questions? If not, did you get anything out of the message today? Couldn't be just me, right? Was it just me, you guys? The way I like found this random pile of like, I don't know, whatever else I was shredding down here, and I was like, oh no, did I not talk about those? Because that happens sometimes, but we're good. I'm like, for 2 seconds, my heart was gonna like escape its chest. All right, thank you, Fiona. Fiona, you're such a sweetheart. Okay, all right. Well, then if they were good and you got something out of the message, so much so, maybe, you know, it's like after you eat a good meal, you get that itis, can't say nothing, can't lift a limb or nothing. I get it. You know, it was good eating then. So, hey, who am I to complain about that? I did my job, and I'm grateful that, you know, that's even expected of me to do, because it's pretty cool to talk about. So, I appreciate you guys for coming on, because it really doesn't work so well without you. And you know what, you guys, not to make light of the subject, but like I know that the energies out there are like, you know, maybe you feel like you can't lift a finger to hit the like or subscribe, like literally, right? And I need you to know, like, you're not the only one like feeling energies like that. The Schumann resonance alone is just a tangible example of what the energy really is. For those wondering what that is, definitely look it up. I post about it in the Facebook group. Okay, I haven't posted about it so much on here because I do want to keep it a little different. Otherwise, why are we moving rooms, right? I'm also mindful that not everybody has access to Facebook, but you guys are also more than welcome to share in the community here. Hello as well. All right, that's why I made that way so we could. So thank you for those that will. Thank you, Fiona, for sharing your bug, and I'm excited to look for that. Um, and I think I said everything else so far, you guys. I know that we missed the boat on the sexy time tarot. I'm not unmindful, but your girl was not dressing up this way. I literally, if somebody was like, oh, there's actually 3 elephants on your back, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Because I don't know if you ever felt like you're walking in water, just but like still in air. It was that kind of energy. And I'm sure Gaia has a lot to do with it. I mean, the Schumann resonance, plus a lot of other stuff I'm not going to get into, and I don't care to get into because I'm told not to get into, so I will not be getting into it. But you know, it ain't pretty, but it's gonna be okay. And you know what I started to do? I started to take solace in the fact that I am still here instead of making that part of the nightmare. Because again, think about it. If you are still here and you are, how important are you? How great are you? How protected are you? And I really feel like we shouldn't really expend any more energy or effort trying to flail inside of that space of that shielded energy, that shielded bubble that we talked about a few moments ago, right? To just rest. So if you feel like you need to rest, um, in spite of whether that logistically makes sense, I need you to find a way to make a way to rest, okay? Because if not, you might have some other things crumbling that you weren't set up to experience crumble. So, and I just got a recent synchronicity on that. So there's that. Just saying, okay? I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with your girl. And I really do hope you got something out of the message. If you're watching this after the fact, please leave me a green heart in the chat because I do want to know if anyone cares about the messages once they actually publish or not. Quite unfortunately, with the algorithm and the way that the creator space is made, I don't have enough data to work the way other creators would, to be able to find answers to some of the questions that I'm asking of the collective. So if I do ask you things like, hey, when do you prefer to have videos channeled, or excuse me, videos uploaded to the channel, please let me know that. I'm going to be posting in the community about the next sexy time. I'm not sure, it might be this Friday, I'm not sure. Um, this weekend is also another tricky one. So bear with me. And I feel like it's weird to do the sexy tarot like during the week. Maybe I could. Maybe I should do a poll about that. Like, should we do it like maybe, like, should we do it like tomorrow night? Like it's like hump night? Or should we do it Friday? Maybe it does make sense to do it during the week. We'll do a poll about it. So look for that. And some other questions, because I do need to know. And thank you for those that care to answer, because it will help in more ways than one for me to know some of the answers to that. So thank you for being amazing as always. Um, it does sound like a weekend thing, right? I was thinking that, Fiona, but then I was like, but if you have like the weekend upcoming, like you might not be around for the tarot part. You know what I mean? Like maybe people want to know. Maybe it depends on how I craft the session, because if it's going to be about like what it is going to be in the weekend, obviously we won't want to wait too late to release that message. It would be like they're on their way and maybe they shouldn't be. No, let me stop. But I don't know. I will have to ask the guides about that one and get a little bit more clarity. But definitely look for the community board post, you guys, on that. And check out the new thumbnail. I'm super duper excited. I almost shared it last night. I was like, no, it's not time. But when it's time, I'm excited for whenever that is, because it's super cutie. I can't even believe that I was blessed with the, well, I won't, okay. It's super cutie. All right. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna go meditate and figure out what the heck we're supposed to be doing the rest of this week and how with my schedule. I love you guys. Thank you for being amazing, and I will be back on as soon as I can. But you guys, in the meantime, if you should see a message uploaded, please check it out. Don't just wait for the live streams, all right? Please don't do that, okay? And you guys, hype the videos, please, okay? I really appreciate you. Even if you never do any of those things, to be clear, but I'm asking because I'm working on asking for help a lot more, because I feel like, you know, we all deserve to ask for what we desire, right? I mean, you can ask just about any question. You can be told no, too. And I also understand that that is well and good. It is what it is. Love and light, Freaky J. Thank you, Fiona, for you guys. I almost made a post about that, not gonna lie. I've just been like fighting through a bunch of distractions recently. And then also just trying to honor that my body needed rest. So I didn't really get to that post. But I did want to say thank you for hyping wherever. I cannot remember the name of that video. It was one particular video, and you guys hyped it up. Like it got up there beyond what I even imagined it would. So thank you. I really appreciate you guys for that. And thanks for even believing in the channel, you know. You guys are really, like, I want to say like you're special, yeah, but the card said that, so I kind of want to say something different. But I also want to make sure I'm not like over masking to the point where the sentiment isn't shared. So I'll just share the sentiment. You all right, matter. You matter to me and you matter in my life. So much so that I have to say things which are the truth, okay, to be clear. Like, you guys get me. And I don't have anyone else in my physical reality, usually. All right, there are rare occurrences. I will give the universe that. There are rare occurrences where I do get moments in time, right, where it seems like that's not the case, and I'm very grateful and not unmindful of them. But aside from that, in normal everyday and every night course, you are my people and I am yours. All right. So thank you. And please don't ever feel otherwise. Like, you guys rock with me. You know, I'm rocking with you. All right. That's why you rock with me. So, thank you for understanding my sentiment and my passion. Even if you don't understand all the words, I do appreciate you choosing to try when you make those choices. And I do appreciate you just the same choosing to surrender when you're being called into making that type of choice as well. And I understand that depending on the day and depending on the choice, right, it's not easy. I never said it was. All right. But I think the friendly reminder again is just that, long story short, it's going to be worth it. It already is. And the more you lay claim to that, and the more that you understand that it's okay to surrender and not overwork yourselves or actually break your backs or actually strong arm people into trying to, get something about you that they could never, right? The more blissful it all will actually be of an experience, okay? And the more that we lay confidence to that truth, okay? And the more repetition that we remind ourselves perhaps of that truth, the easier walk it will most assuredly be. We're too favored and too blessed and too divine, right? Um, Really, we're talking about new earth, but we're talking about new experiences. And right now, you do get to get more specific about what you want to experience now that you know your power in the matter and that you are expected to co-create. God, Goddess, the divine, your higher self is not Xing you out of the equation. You're very much the star, the highlight. All right. So please live like it and please love like that, because that is the truth. And love yourself. Self love is your lifestyle. It has to be. Otherwise, you're signing up to half ass loving whomever else, whether lover or child, friend or foe, right? You don't want to be the one that at the end of the day, all of the fingers have to point towards as far as why you didn't believe in you, okay? Many of you, you've got haters, you've got people taking notes, but with um, I'm hearing lower minds and lesser agendas, right? And that's not meant to scare you, right? Confirmation. It's not meant to scare you, but I can't say it's not meant to deter you, right? People will project onto you knowingly and unknowingly, and they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm projecting onto you. And even when you should be so educated and learned and spiritually and emotionally mature to point out, hey, you're projecting on to me, they're not necessarily capable with their mindset, with their attachments, with their vibe to really honor anything beyond that point. All right. They don't have a heart to care for you beyond that hurt or that offense. And you've got to be okay with that too, in the sense of alchemizing it and moving on, not in the sense of it's fine that I'm a doormat. It's fine that we go through this every Thursday. It's fine that every time, so and so does such and such, they get like that and say these things. No, it's because it's not fine. All right. So now that you know that, take the steps, just like we talked about regarding those entrepreneurs in the collective. Okay. Take the steps with anything that you might need to make a strategy about, so that when the money comes, you know exactly, so that when you make that call, you know exactly what they're going to say. Like, in the sense of, it's going to be assistance. All right. Manifest it so. Don't wait for the phone call to find out on the back end, oh, they didn't assist. It wasn't good. okay? Because you've got cards like manifest and things coming through. You've got Archangel Michael asking you to self-reflect and to reflect your dreams, all right? Because your dreams have pieces of some of those aspected paths, or maybe more aptly stated, specific outcomes and other timelines available to you. Being asked to trust. Maybe some of you need to not only learn, but try something new. Try to believe that you are understood. Try to believe that Archangel Michael is for you, assisting you. Try to believe that you are special. Start there, right? We're all somewhere on the path. And that's okay. It's not okay to give up, though, you guys. I'm not going to give up. And you don't have my permission to give up, you guys. I'm so serious. All right. Freaky J, love and light. Teresa Horton, love and light. You guys have a question before I hop off here? It's the last call. And you too, Diamond Heart and Juanita. Jay, I don't know why you don't know this, but I'll say it. As long as you have you got way more than nothing. But I feel you though. No worries. Just watch your words, you guys, right? Because could you imagine? Could you imagine if the wrong person heard Jay say, "I got nothing"? All right. I only say that because I love you. I'm not picking on you. And y'all catch me too, you know. If I'm on here talking about y'all know that's not the vibe, right? I get what you meant though. You have nothing to ask, no worries. But man, Jay, I need you to know when I think of you, I don't ever really think about nothing. I don't even think of poverty. I'm so serious. So just, and I know Jay, you didn't mean it. I just want you to watch your words, babe, because as you chip away at yourself, you're chipping away at yourself, you know? Yeah. Way much more than a nothing. That's true. And that's for all of us. Of course, it's how we're connected, duh, right? I'm only talking to Jay just because I saw the words on my screen from them being the source. But y'all all know that message is just the same for you and me too. We are somebody. We are never nothing. Never. We couldn't even, I'm going to cry, you guys. We couldn't even ever be nothing. Like, we could never be nothing. There's no fucking way. Not anyone who's ever come across this channel and rocked with me for longer than 5 minutes. There's no fucking way you're a nothing. Don't you ever let yourself or anyone tell you that. Because that's a lie. I know how you meant that, Jay, but man, that shit vexed my soul. Like, no, we're not. Self-love. Yep, I'm looking at it. Self-love. Okay, just friendly reminder, man. Because people would love for us to get in that situation in that type of time and run ourselves off the path. And that's not a thing. It's not even on the menu. Even if you check that shit daily, it's not there. We could check it again right now. It's a hell no, it's not on the menu. Just saying. Alright, let me see here. I'm glad to see you too, Teresa Horton. Much love and light. I wish I could see y'all. But I see y'all. Don't get it twisted. Okay, let me see here. Oh man, that's fucked up. Teresa, now you know you got intuition. I'm not happy to say this. I'm very passionate because I think it's fucked up, to be clear, Teresa. But the reason why I'm extremely passionate is because this is the most truth-filled yes. This is literally like depicting like Archangel Michael's sword. Okay, I know maybe you weren't here, but I just picked up his card. Hoo-wee, bruh. And this would be your sister. Ooh, wee. And I got the chills. Yeah. Um, I don't even know what to say about that, Teresa. If you somehow knew what the life insurance policy was through, or like what the, or like the attorney who handled the estate, I apparently she kept it somehow. So I don't know if she signed it off like, yeah, I'm gonna divvy it out, or I don't know how that works. I kind of wish I did, because I know somebody did something. Well, anyways, never mind. But yeah, that's a yes, babe. I'm sorry, Teresa. Exactly, Fiona. As long as you can even subscribe to understanding that you're a something, you're a-okay. It's just, and I've been there too. Like, clearly I've been there too. And people told me to my face, like, repeatedly, like, you know, but that's why I say, when you really learn to tap into that energy and stop excusing red flags, you know, energy don't lie, people do. And people lie to themselves too. So that's why you always gotta perform that preventative maintenance collective by checking yourself. Not in the sense of like beating yourself up. It's really making sure you're not. Because when you walk around giving access to people that don't have they really have nothing good for you. Um, that's not loving of yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's so it's good to understand that preventative maintenance is necessary, and it's not a punishment. And preventative maintenance also includes that shadow work. It's like, what am I not looking at about myself here? What am I refusing to love about myself? You know, um, but I will say this: once you've done the work where that you don't actually hate yourself, like Fiona's like quick to be like, okay, I used to, but I don't now. Like now, like I love me, right? Which is great. And that's how somebody's done the work, because I can tell you something about Fiona. Fiona is not a braggart. Fiona is never going to be in the pick me section of anything in life, like aside from like maybe a prayer or petition, like please let me be picked for whatever blessing, or but in the sense of a normal pick me, no. So for somebody like Fiona to even type it out, let alone say it out, that's how somebody knows about that life, about that people pleasing and then overcoming it, right? About that being broken down into nothing but overcoming it anyways, right? And with truth and with tenacity, right? She says, I know I am something. Maybe we don't have it all figured out. Maybe we never will have it always and always figured out. But we do know something. And that along with the something is that's okay that you don't know everything always and always. We're not here to know that. So that's fine. Right? What's not okay, and I know Jay never ever meant that. So to be clear, I'm not harping on Jay. I'm just saying anyone who can get anything out of this. Plus, I mean, we've all gone through stuff. Some really dark stuff, right? So it's just great to just know that it's okay. We don't have to be punished about talking about how we are something, how we are somebody, right? Because you want to know how many times people have suggested to Fiona and myself that we should not think that way, let alone even try to express that truth, right? So I just say that to say congratulations to Fiona, congratulations to myself, and anyone else who can resonate with that energy, where to say now, I am somebody, I am something. I will never be nothing. And that has nothing to do with anything of that of the ego. It's just straight facts. You can't be connected to God, Goddess, the divine, universe, all right, source, Holy Spirit, however you want it to come out my face right now, okay, and be nothing. That doesn't even make any sense, logically or otherwise. Just saying, okay? So it's just a good reminder. I'll have to talk about it. So thank you guys. Like, if Fiona and Jay weren't on with us right now, maybe we wouldn't even have that discussion. I'd love to talk about it. So thank you. But you get where I'm going with that. All right. It's not a one-sided conversation, so. Then you get a lawyer, Teresa. I'm not an attorney, just like I'm not a doctor. But I'm not nothing. And I'm telling you, you want to get your paperwork. You want to have the time written down and the day written down that you spoke to so-and-so from such and such office that told you these words about how you would have to ask your sister to let you see your own mother's papers. Okay, you need representation at that point. All right. And just because you call an attorney's office and ask them, like, if you have a case, doesn't mean that they charge you. So don't let that hold you, okay? And we're just gonna decree right now that you do find the appropriate attorney to talk to. Make sure they do that kind of work. I mean, from one attorney's office, like, you can't call the district attorney's office to ask necessarily about estate stuff. You know what I mean? So estate law, family law comes to mind. All right, is the category of attorney that you would want, perhaps. All right. And again, they're not asking for money up front, if at all. If they say you have no case, then ask them why. If on the other side of the whys, you actually have documentation to support that to the point where you actually do now have a case, then good. And if not, then you understand that karma is the law that's really taking care of that scenario, and your money will come in another form or source. All right, you guys, I know we're all going through something, but we're all just the same coming out of it, and I think that's what also I love to talk about. And I definitely will send a prayer petition as well, Teresa, because I've been rooting for you for that breakthrough for a minute. Just keep your faith and get your documentation, though. I'm hearing to say, like, you might need to write things down that sound silly, like it's like, you know, I met with so and so, they were wearing such and such, because the more clear you are about things that maybe don't matter, it's like, man, why would they make that up, knowing that you can prove on their website they also have that same, you know, I don't know. Just the more details you can offer with the clearest mind, you know, which would mean writing them down, not trying to just regurgitate on a phone call or on a microphone kind of thing, right? Set yourself up so that you're putting your best foot forward to get the details and to also submit details, because it could be a bit of a process and it could feel overwhelming, yes, but when you know that you've done the prep work to understand, no, I definitely have that, instead of being like, I think maybe I have that, your overall, like you won't be able to be as anxious going through the process to the point of you like getting headaches going through it. You know, you don't want to, it's like the divine doesn't want to set you up for a situation where it's like, yeah, you won and everything, that's well and good, but you did it with the most hellacious experience and the most amount of tension, headaches possible. It's like the divine would just prefer you to get through it, which might mean prep work, okay, so that it's not a worse experience. Because we need to stop believing that when we finally get these big wins, that it's because we sacrificed, it's because we earned it, it's because we're worthy of it because of the amount of pain, because that's not the truth. Okay, now templating outside sources, they're not going to necessarily say that. They're going to buck against the truth I just gave you, probably, just saying. But that's the truth. Just like that girl in that where was she, in that bubble of protection, she's freaking the fuck out. You know, couldn't even see her face. She couldn't even, I don't even know if she was smiling or screaming. We don't know. Let me just try to find it. Where was that? I didn't put any of the cards away. But, you know, oh, here she is. You know, you don't want to have to go through every blessing, every step of the journey, like freaking out. The whole time you're protected, what's for you is not going to pass you by, right? What I mean by that is, hey, let's play devil's advocate here for 2 seconds, Teresa Horton. Let's say, oh, you're never going to get that money. she just got to keep it and everything, blah, 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 right? Worst fears and worst case scenario, right? Okay. Do you not think that the divine's just going to watch it and be like, oh man, Teresa Horton just lost and she just stays a loser and she just always will be? No! Right? So stands to reason that, okay, worst case scenario plays out and you find that out on the back end. Here's what you know, if you're really keeping it 100, is that she's going to have to watch you blow up in some form, shape, or way that's beyond anything she kept and took from you and quote unquote got away with. I mean, your story doesn't stop here. You know what I'm saying? And neither does your protection. So there's that. You can't even get mad like, but she got to take my money if I was protected. She took your money so you could get to come up beyond what you was going to get beyond that money. And that's when you learn to say thank you next. Thank you to all my haters. You see Cardi B in them streets thanking them. She know. Just saying. You know, sometimes you got to play devil's advocate at some of this stuff so that you can cut away the fear. It's like that fear is a fucking fake ass bullshitter. And so what of it? And because either you are protected or not. Either you are connected to divine unseen forces or not. Either you believe or not. And even when you're not believing, you are choosing to perform your belief in the opposite direction of whatever you thought belief meant. Because who knows? It could mean different stuff from one person to the next. All right? So you can't not believe, just like you can't not be who you are already. Just like you can't not have what you are already. So it's best to just learn about you more so you can not freak out nearly as often, right? Because so what if it so-and-so thought they got away with something? Yeah, you signed up to be a karmic lesson for that mofo. Friend, family, lover or not. Child, sister, brother, husband or not. Just say, okay? But what would make the journey even crappier is you flailing and flinching, scratching your own self. It's like, oh my God, now you're missing an eye, ma'am. Can you see me? Like, you know what I'm saying? She in the bubble scrapping herself over fear of not being protected. Whole time the protection's there watching like, damn, she took her whole fucking eye out, bro. Like, why'd she even do it? They're just too blessed to be stressed. Got a whole eyeball out. Nobody wants you to lose eyes, okay, or anything, right? So when you find evidence, tangible or not, that you did lose something, know that that automatically equates to double the blessing of whatever you thought that amount of blessing meant to you. So even then, you're winning and not losing. And that's how you win. I'm so serious. And then what? You get into that gratitude state that produces more reasons for you to be grateful. And you win some more. Next thing you know, somebody that stole $200,000 from somebody's going, God, I wish I was them. All I did is have their money. And I thought that was going to be enough. It's never enough because they'll never be you. That's the prize. Once you start honoring yourself and your life like that, you start living like, damn, you must be a somebody. People start looking at you. You a celebrity? In spirit and in truth, of course, right? It's not always about the money. So even you guys, when you're taking some of those losses and people have stolen actual cash from you, you just gotta smile and get grateful because ain't no way the divine's gonna be like, period, end of life. Like, and you start to go, and show me how great it gets, universe. Oh, so-and-so stole such and such from me, and show me how great it gets, universe. Because you don't have to actually rock with the period trying to be projected in around that time frame where you just asked out and lost, whatever, don't have a car no more, don't know where you'll sleep. And show me how good it gets, universe. That's why they say that's one of the questions you should ask of it at least 5 minutes before you're going to be completely out on that pillow at night, if you got a pillow. Every time you lay down to nap for a couple hours, if you have the ability to have that type of experience, use it to your benefit. Show me how great it gets. Before you pass out, show me how great it gets, universe. Show me how great it gets, God. Be grateful. and stay alive. You'll see it gets better. It does not end where you're fearing that it's ending, and instead you're being asked to remember you are free, you are safe, and to look through the situation, continue on with your lifestyle of self-care, because you are special and you are protected. How else do you think you're still here? Do you know how much has been projected onto you? You can't see the shield, I get it, but don't you know it's there by now? I mean, come on. You don't gotta necessarily see it, but you know how many times you should have been unalived or caught. Just saying. All right? You're very welcome. Teresa Horton and anyone else connected to that message. All right, Mariana, do you have a question, babe? According to the live stream rules, please subscribe here. Please follow the rules here so that I can come to do what I do here. Thank you. I want to say God is good. I don't really talk like that so much anymore, but you know, really, God is the good. I do know that much. Whatever makes you feel good and is harm to none, more times than not, is a godly thing, a godly experience. Just saying. All right, so I'm going to do this because I want to still down no car. And didn't I mention a car in that channeling? You better claim that car, what car you want. You better get grateful that you don't look nothing like your age. You don't look nothing like you've been through, Teresa. Love and light, cat goddess. You know what I'm saying? All right. The more you get clear and confident about how you are backed divinely, Teresa, the more you're going to see tangible evidence of it, babe. Keep going. I think really, like all of the stuff that we done talked about since we met through here is really part of some catalytic energy that allows you to actually get your breakthrough into your reality, as it were, right? And it's been a lot of struggle. I get that. But I'm so serious. I have put in a few petitions for you. And I do know that on the other side of you, really, it's just kind of given some days, it's kind of like you just got to tell yourself, stay alive, right? Just stay alive. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself confident. Choose to try to believe again. Get grateful. And something else will come along. Whether it be a piece of information, whether it be a download, an intuitive hit, right? At the end of the day, you either believe you are protected and divinely guided or not. And the more that you believe with intent, whatever you want to believe, the more you're going to receive more experience that lines up with whatever you want to believe. All I'm saying is, good job, Teresa, that from day one till now, you've been choosing to believe the higher vibe option. You've been choosing to believe differently even at times. And I do see that growth in spirit as well. So keep going. I do know that you are blessed. And I'm just grateful that, you know, you haven't really been throwing any of those bows lately to kind of bop away some of what is coming to you. Keep going, babe. Use that strength because you've got it. And that's just straight facts. Okay, let me see here. Mariana, I'm going to do this for you because I can read the message this time around. And because, hold on a second, because we are going to wrap up. But you guys, please follow the rules. Please don't take from this channel and not give back energetically. Okay, because karma, it just is what it is. Mariana, of course you're going to have a good October. All I'm saying is, wouldn't it be grand if you just already claimed that it was a great October and that you were grateful because in October, such and such happened, right? Like, get specific. You guys are asking some of these generic questions, and I get why it's a free yes no on a live stream. I get it, right? And I'm very protective, so please know I get it. Half the time, like, if I see somebody getting too specific or saying, aspects of things that should be more intimate, I'm like, okay, just send me an email, please, right? I'm all about the protection. All I'm saying is, you're asking to have a good October, but you should be expecting a great one. So already it's like mentally you're shooting yourself in the foot, okay? And this October. Now that we know that, it's not me picking on you, it's just me loving and lighting you, I promise, okay? And your guides want this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have even found the channel, and I wouldn't be able to have this opportunity to give it. All right? Just saying. You should be expecting a great October, all right? Because you're worthy of a great October. Who wants to go to Target and ask the clerk for the mid section of anything, right? You know what I mean? Like, no, there's no such a section. There's clearance, that's different, and some of that is mid, but that's for a different day. Just saying. Don't sign up for the mid section of life, okay? When you're like amazing and great, and you know that, right? So now that you know that, just remember it so that way you don't ask for lesser than, okay? And that's for anything in this life that you could think to ask for or about. All right? So be mindful, Mariana, to make it a great October. Because you can, because you got a yes about the good. You're at least karma, right? But here's the sitch. You do have the ability to manifest more of what you desire. Unless you believe otherwise, it's up to you. But that's a pretty good yes. If I do say so myself, it's an excellent October. Love and light. Yeah, I know, Teresa. That's why I had my own questions. And I placed a petition. It was after, like, it wasn't recently, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what month it was, because I think it was like 2 months prior to this. In around that time that you had been on a live stream. And you were like in good spirits, but I kind of got vexed in my soul and was like, let me ask about this for her, because like, because my theory was like, if I found some instruction of significance, I was going to give it to you next time I saw you on a live stream, and I just keep getting, it's just kind of like, because, and I say keep getting, because sometimes, like, I'll, like, I don't know, I just pray in the shower and stuff, or people come to my heart, it's not every day or necessarily every week, but it is monthly. But anyways, and I'll just be like, just praying for strength for you, because I know what it feels like to be like in that proverbial waiting room, trying not to overly think about anything so that it doesn't have to take any longer time to get, it's like, I believe it can come. I don't want to be that one that like punches it out away from me and then has the audacity to wonder where it is, so there's like this balance. And I really need you to know, I really love like my collective. Like, I don't know if I grew up so religiously, in and out of the church, but there's this song, take me to the king, comes to mind. Like, it's like that, like, if you've ever led someone up to the altar in church, right, with that like pure heart, like, just, Christ consciousness type of, not really consciousness, I guess it's more aptly stated Christ like heart, okay, because consciousness, you would know a lot more than what they're telling you in there. But anyways, long story short, I digress. It's just this energy of like, I literally will energetically assist my brothers and sisters with the weight of their cross, is the best way I could say that. And I don't know why the religious reference wants to come out there, because I know they don't speak like that. But you guys, and this would be more like into that of Christ consciousness right here. To be clear, is why I said because Yeshua studied under Toph, right? So I mean, just saying, had a wand and everything. But anyways, I digress. Keep going, you guys. And now I'm hearing that song. I think it was, don't quote me on Nicki, but I think it was Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj, I think. And it's Ariana Grande I'm hearing going, the light is coming to take back everything the darkness stole. It's coming, you guys. This is a new day upon us, and I think that's why the feeling is what it is. But we better stay grateful. All right. And that's why I love to come on here with you guys, because we do actually get our celebration on, right? So ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, let me see here, Cat Goddess. Will you have a good outcome? Okay, let me see here. It's giving no, but should you? Yes. All right. So this is the outcome, right? Death. But you know, we've been talking about rebirth all day. It makes sense we're talking about death too. It's necessary to get to the rebirth, right? Here's you calling judgment. Why? Because you know you should. All right. So you're going to be backed by this. I do see with the Knight of Wands. You know what's so crazy? I saw the success with the Knight of Wands, but the actual victory and success card was underneath this Knight, okay? So it's like this is going to be something that just kind of breaks off some shit to make change. People who need to make different and or better decisions, or decisions at all, to make them, to actually like take their head out of their arse, and like you know, accountability comes to mind, right? And or clarity, you know, as you have been manifesting, as you desire, it shall be. All right. That clarity, sun card energy, pairing with the star card. Oh yeah, no, you fear not, you know. I mean, so what if you trigger somebody? I mean, as long as it helps them get to where they're supposed to be going anyways, that's just part of the process. Oh well, you know, thank you, next, like we're expected to do. You know what I mean? If it's us being checked, you know. So yeah, you're gonna be a-okay. They're gonna have some form of awakening, you know, break some stuff off, or you're going to break some stuff off. And again, this is part of what you're expected to do anyways. Self-love, to the point where good karma comes to you, okay? They're gonna recognize something about what you're asking them to recognize, whether you say it explicitly, specifically to them, about them, or not. But you saying what you're going to say is going to be the catalyst of them doing that. So go ahead. It's definitely not a no, don't do it. Do you know what I mean? And like you said, you're calling a few things out for what it is. Okay, so let's not pussyfoot around it. If it's obvious and it's in the way, it's got to be talked about, right? Otherwise, why would you even engage, you know? That's what I'm getting. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, you guys have been awesome AF as ever. I must go and get on to the next thing. You guys, please double check to make sure you're subscribed here. I personally noticed on more than one of my accounts that I have been unsubscribed. Not blocked, but like unsubscribed somehow. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I listen to this person like every day. Like, what do you mean? Like, like, no, like we're subscribed, so make sure, okay? There's just been some wonky stuff going on in YouTube land. I'm not exactly sure why, but I know this too shall pass. Just saying. The reason why I say that is also, I've also noticed that I've hit the bell to like all, and somehow it got back to personalized. All right, so be mindful that the bell will actually give you all notifications of everything that I post, so that we're not missing out on anything. I really want the community to be hopping. I want you to say stuff like, I'm doing this. What do you think about that? What's your emoji for that? And, you know, anything, okay? Because I think that it will help us feel more connected. I mean, I can't literally sit on here 24/7. You know what I mean? Even if I could, I wouldn't, because it wouldn't be loving to me. So, like, we got to make other forms of, you know, connectivity. All right? Yeah, weird too. Cat God. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Teresa Horton. We are truly blessed, and I think that it's wonderful to talk about it, and it's okay to remind ourselves about, especially when together, because, you know, we already get it. other people just get jealous. It's odd. You'd think, like most other things, it would be easy to hop on the bandwagon, but I guess that's what trips them up, because with this kind of stuff, you do need that authenticity. I think that's why a lot of people get written off as weird if they are spiritual, because it's not really for the faint of heart just to walk this path, or even you know, finding yourselves diving in some of those rabbit holes about it, metaphysics and otherwise. People are just like, you know, oh, I pray they catch up soon, I feel like that window is closing. I think maybe that's why some aspects of the ascension symptoms are so, uh, wonderful. I'll say what I want, right? But you know what I'm saying. I'm speaking in code when I said the wonderful. You guys just go with it. We're gonna code this out, all right, to the highest high vibes as possible about all of this journey. I'm so intent. All right, we got this. I believe in you guys, and I also want you to know that I believe in you believing in you too. I think that's important to know. Like, so many people are like, I believe in you. Okay. Right. Many people, they're saying that they believe, you know, about. The funny thing is, most of those people are going, I don't know if I believe. I know you guys believe. And that's what I love about you. All right. Keep going. We got this. And you are not alone. And you are loved. Love and light.